time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time. Gonna have a good time. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweets all there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
And what is up, everybody, and welcome to the Gore N More podcast. I am your host, the Fluff Master Supreme, the not so mean Mr. Big Johnny D. And allow me to go counterclockwise and introduce you to the Dark Lord of Knowledge, Mr. Chad Daddy Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
And down in the bottom corner, we got the ghost. Oh my God, I'm going to fuck that up. The host with the ghost, El Scuba Cabra, Mr. Lord El Scuba Steve Vasquez.
What's going on, baby?
And bringing it up at the rear, of course, the delicious rear.
The caboose on
You
this
know
main
him.
train.
That's right. Officer Bob, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Hello, everybody.
The midnight meat train himself.
Oh,
Thank you.
all right.
Give me a second, boys. Okay, here we are. We're back.
Zip. We are here talking about Amityville 3 Poop Town D.
Yeah.
That trailer that sold a completely different movie. That actually
Yes, it
made
did.
The movie.
Well,
that was 10 times better than the movie itself.
And did you see at the bottom where it said this movie is
Not
not,
a sequel.
a sequel to part 1 or part 2?
Yep.
What the fuck?
And yeah, whatever. Anyway.
But yet here we are, fellas. Here we are on this magical Monday.
Oh, fucking A, dude. But today is September 27th, and we're going to talk about this Steven Pile. But first, as you know, we do our Slice of Life. That's as much as I can do it. Sorry. That's as much as I got.
Not bad.
We'll start it. We'll go clockwise this time. Bobby.
Hello, boys. It's been a nice weekend. I was mainly hanging out with friends, had dinner with a few of them on Saturday night. And then yesterday was a nice football day. So just chilling out. I fucking read this shit now.
Sorry. Didn't mean to distract.
No, it's okay. I'm just like, I know he's laughing at something. I look down. I'm like, that's what it is. So, so that was about it for the weekend itself. Quick on the cosplay. I ordered a jumpsuit for Michael. But now I've learned something. I haven't worn a jumpsuit in over a year. Newsflash, if you put on muscle, it is not going to fit. Which I learned. I guess that's a great thing to say and a terrible thing to say because it's like, oh, I got bigger. Oh, shit. Now I got to figure this out. So
poor Bobby. Poor Bobby got stronger.
I got stronger, damn it. So now I got to reconfigure that. But other than that, everything else is pretty good. Jason is still in the works, but more and more slowly but surely because nothing's coming until next year anyway. So that's on my front. And I guess I'm going straight over here to Scuba. Am I going clockwise? Yes.
Yes.
High five,
All
Scuba.
right.
All right, Scuba, go for it.
So as I say every damn week, because this is all I do, I worked at the bar this weekend, had a blast doing some fucking karaoke. I did plan out a few more fucking God damn it, Brody. I did work on a few photo shoot ideas that I'm going to be doing here soon. Hopefully get a couple of them knocked out before Halloween. Got my models lined up. And I started working on my Punisher Loki cosplay again. I got my EVA foam. I got a pattern and I started working on the Punisher vest. So I'm going to make some little adjustments to it to make it more Loki-ish.
Okay.
It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be, it's going to have that Punisher vest look, but with a Loki twist. So I did work on that yesterday. And I'm actually pretty surprised. Working with EVA foam is not as hard as I thought it was going to be. I did do the Boba Fett thing, but that was, just little pieces here and there that went on the suit. But oh, nice! I also have that shirt. I do have that Halloween shirt.
Yes, TJ, that is Attack on
From a
Titan.
friend.
And no, I've never seen a single episode of Attack on Titan. It was just in my loot crate.
It's so good. You gotta watch it. It is so fucking good.
I
But
watched
yeah,
the
other than
whole
that-
first season in a day.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a damn badass one. But other than that, I didn't really do much. Just worked and tried to watch this movie. It took me four fucking tries to try to get through this goddamn movie. And I didn't really retain much from this movie. And I'm sitting here, I was sitting there watching it, and I was like, I'm gonna call in to tomorrow's episode. I was this close to calling in today, fellas. This close. But
we got
here.
We got to suffer
ready
through
to
some
do
shitty
this
ones
shit.
too. So
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Chad Daddy.
well,
How
first
you
off, I would love to know, where did you get that stylish hat?
I got this
Yes.
beautiful hat. I've actually had it for about a year. I got it at Spencer's.
Oh,
No shit.
Yeah, I got it at Spencer's about a year ago. I wear it occasionally. It still looks brand new. But I figured, this movie was in 3D and it's got the red, it's got the blue as I got my
Ooh,
background.
there you
So,
I like
but
it.
yeah, I got it at Spencer's. I want to
Nice.
say it was like $30, $20, something like that. I don't fucking know.
On a side note on that, Spencer's does have some really cool horror t-shirts and other stuff to go with it. So I'm not surprised that they had that.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Spencer's used to be really awesome. That is actually where I got my 18-inch Chatterer Cenobite.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
They had everything. My uncle used to have a deal with them. Like when it came to figures like that, dude, used to get all my shit from Spencer's as a kid.
Yes, TJ. They also have nipple butter at Spencer's. Yes, they do, TJ.
They also have nipple rings too. Just saying.
And cock rings.
I broke the last one.
I was going to say,
Sorry.
I don't think they have any extra large for you, Bobby, but
I tried blowing it up. It was hard.
Bobby just uses an inner tube for a pool.
Continuing.
Continuing on, not much new here. Just work as usual. Did some work on the house on Saturday, then went out and did a little bit of shopping with the family because we got to get some more paint and stuff like that for the house. But I'm really glad we did because I found the last figure of the NECA Part 7 Jason they had in stock. So I'm pretty happy I grabbed that. He's
Awesome,
actually back
dude.
there in the display case with the others.
So what do you think on that one? Give me a quick, because I know you got it. What do you think on that one? How does it?
I love the fact that it has the breakaway mask where it just fastens at the back of the head. It just it's so cool. Like I love that feature on it.
NECA, if you listen to this, that's the best one you've made.
yeah. And,
Yes.
and my only complaint on it is that the paint job could be a little bit better on the mask. But other than that, the sculpt for this figure is fucking amazing.
It is. It really is.
And not to be that person, but now we're on this. Got to get it out. The fact that now they did the Part 7, they have to do the rest of them because I'm telling you, they're going to be the better Ultimate figures because there's more to them. I feel anyway.
I just want a damn Part 8 Jason because that's the only figure that has never had that's the only one that's never had a figure at all.
But what TJ said in the
Really?
comments, for those wondering, the Jason Goes to Hell needs to happen.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's a pretty sweet looking figure. He's back there. It actually it creeped out Harper, my youngest. She's like, "Get it away from me!" I'm like, "No, Jason."
Nice.
And the little accessories are really really nice too.
Hell yeah.
But let's see. Other than that, and I downloaded the DLC for Maneater, so I started playing that.
What's the DLC again? It's like a new bay, isn't it?
It's a new bay. There's a new storyline. There's new evolutions for the shark. Like you can get like an atomic
nice.
breath now. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's,
nice. Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I just started playing that yesterday. I downloaded it. I'm like, I downloaded it Saturday. I'm like, I want to start this, but Harper really loved watching me play that game, so I'll wait for her to start playing it.
There you go. Nice. Little father-daughters, huh?
Yeah, not bad at all. So aside from that, not much new going on here. What about you, Big Johnny D?
Oh, let's see. Normal work. Normal week. Fucking work. Let's see. Saturday was busy as shit. Took daughter to gymnastics. We went to a pumpkin patch. Then we went to another place because the pumpkin patch had like terrible fucking pumpkins, dude. It was kind of sad to say. So we went to this other guy that I literally drive by every day, and his family like picks them all, puts them by the road, and it's like the max one is like $3 for a big ass one. So you're like, hell yeah, dude.
Oh, nice.
Right.
That's
You
a
drop
good deal.
20, you drop 20, dude, you're leaving with a trunk full of fucking pumpkins. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So, yes, I am, TJ. Thank you. I am down actually under 30 pounds now. I just weighed, what was that? Bobby, what the hell was that the other day? 318?
Wait.
316 now.
Keep going. I'll get the number.
But I'm getting there slowly but surely.
Good deal, buddy.
What the fuck else did I do? Right? I did prep our episode for Fatality. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring it this week. Just Brody had some internet troubles, and Chad forgot. So
I did. I still would have had time to do it though. I still would have had time to watch.
I
the
know.
movie.
I just wanted.
Real quick to interrupt, Johnny, the last one I have from you, you was 318.
Yeah.
Nice.
316
Johnny boy is
yesterday
killing
morning,
it.
but that could be also some water flux too. So
It happens.
Yeah.
Trust me. Just
I'm gonna leave
don't
it.
worry about it. You keep going.
That's
it.
right. What the hell else? And then went to Spirits again for like, I don't know, 10th time. It was a different Spirits though. I went to a different town Spirits. I gotta say, theirs sucked. It wasn't as big, and they didn't have as much shit.
They're the ghetto spirit.
I mean, they were trying, and they had some other stuff that ours did not have. But for size-wise and everything, and the sheer amount, it was nowhere near. But they could have been still setting up. I don't know. Maybe shit's light like it is everywhere else.
Well, see, and that's the issue. We have two spirit stores here, and one of them's in Flower Bluff, which is like the meth head section of Corpus, and they had some cool shit that we didn't have in our fancy one over here. I'm not even playing. I'm not even joking.
No, I'm just
meth head section
the way
of
you
Corpus.
labeled it. Like I could see that as a pamphlet. Like that's their little slogan.
But they had a whole bunch of cool like Ghostbuster stuff. They had proton packs, and the one we have over here didn't have any of that stuff. So
I wonder why
Yeah.
that is.
mm-hmm.
It's I don't know. It's still always fun to go because even if you don't buy anything, dude, just to be in that like atmosphere and aesthetic,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean. Just take it in a little bit.
It feels like home.
Well, I bought a whole bunch of door covers. They have like these cloth door covers. So I put one on my son's door, and it's Sam standing there, and it looks like he's standing like in front of. But it's like a whole cloth cover that you put, kind of like a bed sheet when you put the fitted sheet on the bed, but it's for your door.
Yeah,
and then I got a Pennywise one on my patio door.
Nice,
Pretty fucking sweet.
nice. Speaking of spirits and all that Halloween jazz, because I was there and we did the pumpkin patch and shit like that, I was all like, all right, it's happening. And I've been doing like slow decorating, but yesterday I busted out the big guy. And so I got the skeletal frame up, and I did it much nicer this year, as like I glued a lot more parts. And then, so now he literally fastens together in 4 parts and then just screw in those parts, and then he's good to go on the stakes. So now I got to decorate him up. I don't know if I want to do them the same or change them up a little bit, but, and then the sandworm's coming out tonight after this episode. So I got to stick his ass out. Yeah,
Nice.
dude, like I got all the little dumb shit done yesterday. I'm like, all right, now it's the time to get the big stuff going. But I was going to make my own headstones, dude, but at Depot right now, they have 3-foot foam headstones for $12. And I really don't think that's that bad of a price.
No, that's not terrible. That's
not for a 3-footer,
totally,
dude, because usually they all suck. Usually they're like a foot. And it's like, no, man, this isn't like 1776, dude. Like,
so if you get like 3 of them, that's still pretty decent for what you walk out of there with.
That, and then I figured a board of foam is like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Foam board is like $24. So it's like, all right, like under 100, I can get some nice, like, you know, obviously like fatten them bad boys up, make them a little bit more wind resistant. But
there you go.
like under $100, I could actually have like 3 really decent tombstones. So,
oh yeah,
I don't know. Still deciding, because like lumber's still up in price. So if I make it out of wood, that's still my fucking.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as it used to be though.
No, dude. A sheet of OSB is only back. It's back down to $30. It was up to $50, so it's definitely drastically come down. But from where it still was, it's still pretty high. So because it was like at $12 a sheet. But Anyways, fuck all that shit. Let's fucking dive into this sacco shit. Scoobs, what are we doing today? What
All
are we
right,
covering?
so we are covering 1983's Amityville 3D, released in November 12th, 1983. Convinced that the horrible rumors about the bloody DeFeo murders and the evil Amityville house are nothing but an elaborate hoax, the inquisitive Reveal magazine journalist John Baxter decides to buy it as an investment. Now, as troubling supernatural incidents and deaths stain the new residence, John stubbornly insists to remain apathetic, even after yet another tragedy sends his ex-wife Nancy one step before madness. However, an ancient evil lies at the root of the problem. What is the dark secret of the most horrific house on earth?
Honestly, I still don't even know when I watched the movie.
Yeah,
I'm still confused about it too.
There were literally no
Well,
answers.
A demon? Was it the what was it? Was it the Hellmouth?
or the fact that it was a well.
to all of
I
them.
don't-
Yeah.
Was the
Yeah,
well
why did it
in the other
explode?
movie?
It was
way
a
it did.
burial ground. It was an Indian
No,
burial ground.
that was Ryan Reynolds' version.
No, and this one too. They said something
They
about
did
an
say
Indian burial ground.
Yeah, Meg Ryan. said
Yes.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a short Indian burial ground considering the water's
I
right
was
there.
so mesmerized by the amazing effects.
Oh,
Purple floating orb.
oh,
Oh, that purple floating.
Oh my
let
God.
me tell you,
oh.
I've seen those in
I
real
was gonna say,
life.
Scoop can tell you from experience here how
Like-
well that looked. And amazing
It looked
that
almost
was.
real, didn't it?
It
Oh
was
my God.
almost. It just needed a little bit more just roughness to it, and wow.
I just wonder like how crazy 3D that effect was compared to like the flies. And
Oh, fuck.
No, the best is the purple fly at the
The
end.
purple fly at the end. Fuck
the purple
yeah.
fly at the end. I don't know, man. I think
Why
the
was
boom
it
mic
purple?
still gets me the most, dude. That
Oh, yeah?
scared the shit out of me, dude. I was just like, oh my God, boom mic.
Oh, fuck.
Terrifying.
Ah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
All right, let's discuss who directed and all this bullshit here first before we actually discuss.
All right, Bobo, you want to take that?
I certainly will. Directed by Richard Fleischer, saying Fleischer,
Maybe it's Fleischer.
whatever. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea,
Oh,
Soylent Grant, and Conan the Destroyer. Oh, that's right. I forgot he did that.
did you say
movie.
Soylent Grant?
Yeah, that's what it says right fucking there.
Green.
Soylent Green.
Oh,
That's
green. Wow.
I was like, what the hell is Soylent
I was
Grant?
like, what's Soylent Grant?
Is this like a
written
fucking
by
promo film that we don't know about?
written by David Ambrose, The Final Countdown, produced by Stephen F. Keston, Conan the Destroyer, starring Tony Roberts from Popcorn as John Baxter, Tess Harper, Breaking Bad, as Nancy Baxter, Robert Joy, Land of the Dead and Hills Have Eyes, as Dr. Elliot West, Candy Clark, Blue Thunder, Cat's Eye, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, as Melanie, Lori Loughlin, Full House and Fuller House and Scandal, as Susan Baxter. I was waiting for that. Meg
I was
Ryan,
trying to figure out how to put that in. That you just threw it right in there.
just right in there. Just Scandal,
Scandal?
College Scandal.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, that's a great movie.
Big time in trouble for that.
Still is, I think.
is he
Anyway,
in prison for that right now?
I think she got out of it.
yeah,
Did she?
yeah, I
figured it
believe
out?
she
Okay.
did.
Like I think she
All
might
right.
have ratted somebody out or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, no, I think
I
you're.
thought her and her husband still got time. I thought they had to do it a little bit.
I didn't realize her husband got
I don't-
time. I thought she just.
I don't know.
did.
I'd have to
Maybe
look,
it was like
but
slap on the wrist time. Like, here's a weekend.
Eh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So hot.
she is Meg Ryan from Top Golf.
Top what?
What are you reading, Bobby?
I'm having.
Porn parody list, dude. Like,
Sorry for the screwing it up here, people.
this is
Meg Ryan from
hilarious.
Top Gun, When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle as Lisa, Neil Barry from Heat and Fatal Beauty as Jeff, Josephina and Ekanov as Dolores.
Echanove.
There you go, Echanove.
Thank you,
Sounds good.
Scoobs.
Shed Daddy, take it away.
Go for
Music
it.
by Howard Blake. He is best known for doing the unused score for the Flash Gordon movie. He actually did a score before they hired Queen. Cinematography by Fred Schuler, who did Fletch and Haunted Honeymoon. Edited by Frank J. Uriost, who did Conan the Destroyer. There's a lot of people that fucking worked on Conan the Destroyer in this one.
Right?
The Entity. Thanks, Bobby. The Entity.
You're
Die Hard,
welcome.
and RoboCop. Distributed by Orion
RoboCop.
Pictures. Runtime of. This says runtime of 105 minutes, but I
RoboCop.
swear.
Sorry.
That's Robo Dick.
It said 105 minutes, but I thought mine was a little. My version was a little bit shorter. I watched it. I watched it on Pluto, I think. No,
did
on the
I.
Roku channel. I watched it on the Roku channel. Budget of $6 million and grossed $6.5 million. So it did.
I'm surprised it did that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
You
have
know, the budget.
Did it even have a theater release?
Yeah, it did actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did it
shit.
really?
I could have played the fucking TV trailer, dude, but that was
With that,
way shorter and shittier.
with that kind of budget, you think they could have made the demon look better?
Or not even show the demon at all. They shouldn't have shown it at all. That I hate it when movies do that. Like you have this like paranormal film and then you fucking ruin it by showing what the fuck it is. Like I don't need to see that. Let my mind created a way better monster in my head.
Or what
That's
you
why
could have.
That's why
I say really
Paranormal
dark
Activity worked.
shots though of it. Like you still show the monster, but dark enough to where you
Like
know,
a shadow
always-
person type or some shit.
Yeah,
Or
you
what
Like,
you could have.
like Paranormal Activity, you just see a little shadow in the first one.
Or what you could have shown is the human form of it, which would have probably made it actually more scary because you never see the actual demon.
I mean, you see the weird little face like in perfect like clearness in the photo.
Yeah, perfect clarity.
So random, dude. It was like
I love how
Right?
she's so far into that photo and it looks there. I'm like, yeah, that would never in a fucking photo ever.
Fair
Boss
enough.
Man said this opened at number 1, then it dropped off to last.
That makes so that's where it made the $0.3 million part, and then yeah,
I mean, I don't know. That's
I don't,
still
don't even fucking know, man. I just
I want to meet one person that actually loves this movie. I want to hear from somebody say, you know what? I fucking love Amityville 3.
and you know something, don't rule it out because there's always
oh yeah, there's
Well,
somebody
there's
out there
gotta be
has
something.
to fucking love it.
that's like
Well-
there's people that love Jaws the Revenge.
Listen,
Okay, it's like
we got- we have 2 other people that we're going to listen to before we even discuss this. So here's
well,
our first one.
let's go for it.
Howdy ho, and welcome to the Boss's Breakdown of Amityville 3D. Now, this film is absolute poop town. And a franchise that is just riddled with entries of absolute poop town, with the exception of a couple films that I actually happen to enjoy. So this film's legally not a sequel to the other films, but still mentions the DeFeo guy, which makes absolutely no sense. But I think that one hot girl's in this movie for like 30 seconds. So I guess it makes up for it. Best use of 3D in this movie is definitely the spitting scene. The lady's chants at the beginning sounds like Yoko Ono singing. And holy fucking establishing shots, Batman. They are just everywhere. If we can just get enough shots of this scary fucking window, which actually isn't scary, and it's just absolutely fucking useless. Yeah, don't know why anybody thought that was good to include in this film over and over and over again, but yeah. The elevator sequence is actually kind of funny because if you put silly music over it, definitely looks like it should be for a comedy film. Definitely not scary. If you want to watch something scary with the elevator, go watch Dick Moss's The Lift. The John character. So he is painfully stupid and ignorant about the haunting of the house. And it kind of really affects the way that this film goes because I fucking hate it and I hate that character so much. But I do have to mention that the fire face. So when that demon pops up and he's like, "Yaha!" and the guy's like, "Ah! Ah!" Yeah, that's pretty fucking sweet. Love that scene. And then the flying swordfish, who cannot fucking love the flying swordfish? I haven't seen a lot of movies that have flying swordfish in them. If you have, good for you. And then the house with the explosions and everything, yeah. It's fucking Amityville. It's one of those Amityville films. I mean, I think they're up to like 11 movies now, and I think they even have Amityville in the Hood coming out. So don't take this movie seriously, and I honestly wouldn't waste time on it. If you want to watch a good one, go watch Amityville 1992. It's About Time, directed by Tony Randell. Highly recommend it. Boss out!
Yeah, that pretty much sums up the fucking movie in one.
I got nothing. Thank you for joining us on Gore N More. Shortest episode ever.
Amityville in the Hood.
And
I
if you're
have
wondering,
so much to add to that, though, dude. Like,
well,
first of all, the swordfish. I'm glad he brought that up. I'm sad we didn't get a kill with that, but at
I
least
thought we were gonna.
Dude, you could have got
I
a
saw,
twofer.
you could see the
You could have got a
wire.
twofer.
You could see the wire the whole.
I know.
Even
Even
when it
my
was on the
mom,
wall.
my mom was watching this where she's like, "Oh, he going to get nailed," and it goes by, and she's like, "That was lame."
My wife did the same thing. As like as soon as you see the swordfish, she's like, somebody's gonna get stabbed with that. And you're like, I hope.
Which, I mean, I guess we missed a whole bunch of like the better shots because we didn't get to see this in 3D. Not saying that 3D would have made the movie any fucking better
No.
because it
I don't
would
think it
not
would've.
have.
Hey, wait! Stupid question. What was this movie rated? Was it rated R?
I believe so.
There's a reason why I'm asking, because does anybody, well, we're going to get into it, but did anybody here see any rated R content?
No.
Maybe the on fire scene in the car.
That might, yeah. I mean, would that constitute a rated R?
I don't
That
think
might-
so.
I
I mean, it was
have
pretty
maybe.
torch back
Maybe.
then, so I would
Maybe.
think yes.
Back in the 80s, I think it would have.
Yeah, this was 83.
Hold
so.
on, let me look.
True,
this
but we've
shit up.
seen body parts floating around in certain movies that definitely got a PG-13.
You know, I'm going
PG.
to add that to the notes from now on. We're going to put the rating.
Yeah, it just because as we're talking about, I'm like thinking about like this movie doesn't really have much rated R content.
There wasn't no sex scenes. There wasn't no boobies.
But like you said, maybe the burning. But I'm like, okay, I can see that. That was probably I'm gonna say it, my favorite kill, but it was probably the most rated R scene that I'm like, you know, if you did something really like over the top like this throughout the whole thing, it would get away with it.
How could you not like that scene? You know, when the skeleton turns and goes.
That was so dumb. You know what? I'm glad he brought up the thing about the establishing
you're right,
shots
though.
of the
It's
fucking
PG.
window. Was it PG?
Yeah,
EG.
really.
Yeah. Well, at least they toned it down from the second one. They were like, listen, man, we have some weird sexual scenes going on in this movie, so we should not do that again. So,
But but like I said, it's not a sequel. Even though
but it has been. I understand it's not a sequel, but dude, you hear the name and it's just.
It's a sequel. Whether we want to,
It's not a sequel. It's a series, so you're still going to tie it together regardless.
true.
But
well, I mean, and when you mention the movie that just happened before and the murders that occurred in
which
both
they
of
did in
the
the
previous
second one.
films.
They did in the second one, but they said that wasn't a sequel, and it's like, what the fuck is going on here with this house? Apparently,
Yeah,
we're
and
just
in this one-
multiverses of houses of Amityville.
In this one, they
The
actually
Amityville
mentioned the name.
multiverse.
In this one, they actually mentioned the name of the real family, and I think they did that in the first one, but not the second one.
I
Yeah.
believe you're right.
I
They
think
just
you're right on that.
they just said the story, but they never actually said and usually they say Ronnie, but in this one, she actually said Ron DeFeo.
DeFeo,
which
yeah.
threw me off a little bit.
Ron DeFeo.
Fucking A, dude. So I mean, okay. So first and foremost, I'm gonna have to say, 80s 3D is just a terrible gimmick, and it just sucked. It was an attempt. 80s was very nostalgic of the 50s. 50s had 3D. 80s wanted to bring it back.
And they
Okay,
brought
when
it
you
back for a total of 2 years.
The only time that 3D works in a movie is if it's organic to it, where you have like Avatar or Tron Legacy, where it works and it brings the picture forward. Versus
Straight up.
cheap, gimmicky 3D effects where things literally jump out towards the screen.
But you know what? I personally love that shit.
So there's a movie that does both of those,
But it doesn't work on me.
that we
I cannot see
reviewed.
those images.
My Bloody Valentine.
Yep. Because My Bloody Valentine 3D, dude, did great with like the immersiveness, like what you're talking about, Chad. But then it still gives you some of the hokey, like, hello.
Yep.
But like I said, the stuff that jumps out like that, I can't even see 3D. It doesn't work.
Oh, see, that sucks.
I can't.
Dude.
My mind
See,
cannot integrate the images. I see, anaglyph, I see red and green or whatever. It doesn't work for me.
See, I like the 3D if it's done right, but if it is cheesy and it's still just kind of funny, depending on the movie, I like it.
Texas 3D in 3D was fucking dope.
There were certain shots in that I do wish actually weren't, but that's another conversation.
No, I'll agree when you're not watching it in 3D, you don't want it. But when you are watching 3D, you know.
I think when you're not watching it in 3D, those shots just don't.
It takes you out of it.
Yeah,
dude.
you're like, what the fuck? Like,
it really does.
like you know it's supposed to be in 3D, and you're like, well, that was fucking dumb.
Every time that happened, I just went, ooh, spooky, and then whatever that effect was.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Bob.
Yeah, I like that in the theaters, and I watched it. I'm like, that throw was a little weird.
See, and I used to have a 3D TV where I could turn any movie into a 3D movie, and I was able to use the glasses from the fucking movie theater.
I never bought those, dude.
So I didn't have to have special fucking 3D glasses that took batteries and shit. So it was really cool when a 3D movie would come on, and then I would just hit 3D format, and boom, it would fucking format it into 3D.
Oh,
and then even if you watched movies that weren't 3D, you could still format it. Not that anything was gonna fucking poke out at you, but it looked like it was like out of the fucking screen. So it was really cool.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Fucking Wizard of Oz. I want to say I still have the fucking 3D fucking Blu-ray of Wizard of Oz, which isn't a movie meant to be in fucking 3D, but it was cool to fucking watch it in 3D. I'm a sucker for stupid gimmicky shit like that. My buddy and I, Mikey, when they fucking started revamping 3D movies and like all these movies were coming out in 3D, we would go to the fucking movie. We didn't give a shit what it was.
So, all right. Seeing we're sidebarring here on 3D, but whatever. What was the worst 3D movie that you saw?
Ooh. This.
In the new,
in the new format?
New format 3D.
Oh, fuck.
New format 3D. What was the worst one you saw? I'm going to straight up
Saw
I know
7.
right now.
I didn't
Saw
see Saw
7?
7. I didn't see
Okay.
Saw 7 in theaters.
For me, it was Jackass 3D.
Jackass 3D, I will agree. Yes.
Actually,
but
yeah.
It was hilarious, though. Come on.
hilarious, but
It was fucking hilarious. It was horrible, but it was fucking hilarious.
But the 3D gimmick could have done without it.
Yeah.
I don't need a dick jabbing at me from the screen. In 3D.
Why not? That's the whole point of 3D.
Listen, I will say Jackass 3, though. I think my favorite part was like when Bam did the slow-mo fucking like water in the face and then the punch with the boxing glove from
I don't know. Steve-O in that fucking...
Can we talk about the geriatrics coming back, dude, and doing a new one?
Yeah.
They're gonna break their hip.
I absolutely love the fact that Steve-O is in the trailer goes, it's okay if you have like concussions by your 50. And Knoxville's 49, so we're good.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, something. I don't care how stupid this is. It's going to be great to watch it, and I'm just happy all these old guys are doing because I'm just like, something. If I didn't give a shit, I'd be there. I'd be like, fuck it.
Joe in the comments said the flying dildos, and that was going to say like that was fucking hilarious. Like you just see all these fucking dildos flying at you.
Oh my god, yes, I forget.
But the slow motion of the dildo hitting the guy in the face is even better.
Yeah.
But
all right, back to this fucking shitty 3D fucking movie.
Yes.
But anyways, the original where this rant was is 3D gimmicks suck, and they just ruin the movie. If the movie's shitty, it's just gonna make it shittier.
Yeah.
And that this is proof. Anybody listening to this, if you want to watch a shitty fucking movie and waste your time, watch this movie because it's fucking shit. And I've never said that on this fucking podcast since I've been on it, even as a guest. I fucking hated this movie. I almost called into today's episode because I fucking hate this movie.
Can I just say, for a movie about a haunted house, there wasn't very much haunting going on.
Yeah, no, there really wasn't.
There was a whole lot of nothing.
No, there was a...
Yeah, my house. Really, what the fuck? What really happened to flies? The flies.
Right. Okay.
The overuse of the fucking fly.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing that up because I said this to Chad before we went live, is the first 10 minutes of this movie, dude, is just like, I've seen this all before. Like,
like why would
for some reason, Jason, you could do it and it works. I don't know, whatever. This just is just like, no, dude, stop. It's like they're trying to reboot it every single time. And you're just like, no,
at least with a Jason movie, you get creative kills, things like that.
Yes,
This was
like, and there's just,
Not only that, they all just don't start the exact same way.
But I mean, even the use of the flies in the first one, the priest is in there fucking blessing the house or whatever he was fucking doing. So there's a fucking reason for it. There was a reason that the evil attacked him. This motherfucker was just walking through the fucking house. Like they ate him, like pretty much.
It was like the house was mad that the realtor sold it to that dude. And he was just like, "Fuck you! Why'd you do that?" And it was
that could be that's actually an interesting idea. That could be because the guy. I mean, that's how I discredit the whole thing. I didn't even think about that.
But
I didn't care enough to think about that. Fair.
Even at that, what did you think? I mean,
didn't either.
But it gives the house the opportunity to fucking make this douchebag a fucking believer, you know? Because
I know, I agree. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like,
nothing in this movie makes sense.
Just terrible. And I think we need to hear one more review of how much poop town this movie is.
This is going to be. I've been waiting for this.
It's all well and good, boys, but Katie's cutting in.
Snip.
Where the hell's the volume?
Well, howdy doody there, folks.
Rowdy, where's your volume?
Be here back for another episode of Gore N More. This week I'm here.
Uh-oh.
No, what'd you do?
No, do you guys hear him?
Yeah.
No. We heard him just fine, but now it's paused.
Talk to you about Amityville 3.
Okay, there we go.
I can't hear him, so as long as you guys can hear him.
Expression of my face, which you listeners won't be able to. You might be able to tell the fucking tone of my voice.
Sure
you already know that I don't like this fucking film because it's absolutely fucking trash. It's dull. It's bland. It wants to be everything that the first two are, if not more, but fails so many on fucking every level. Right?
Hold on.
A little bit of character development.
Hold on.
Oh my god! Look at his face. His face
alone.
He's talking so loud and so fast. He is so pissed that he watched this.
Hold on. I need to re-upload this because I got to hear this shit, dude. Because it's.
Oh my god!
You do,
ladies and gentlemen. This is worth it.
Can you hear it?
Fuck! I can't hear it. Why is it not going?
Snip, fucking snip.
Well, howdy doody there, folks. It is I, your DKB, back for another episode of Gore N More. And this week I'm going to talk to you about Amityville 3D. If you can't tell by the fucking expression of my face, but you won't be able to, you might be able to tell the fucking tone of my voice. And you already know that I don't like this fucking film because it is absolutely fucking trash. It's dull, it's bland, it wants to be everything that the first two are, if not more, but fails so many on fucking every level, right? There is a little bit of character development. Fuck all for the payoff. Didn't really hit me home. It just fucking shit film overall. It really tries to borrow other themes and elements from every other fucking supernatural horror film that's been released prior to this. It fails fucking miserably on so many levels. There is one scene in this film that I really enjoyed, and that is when the daughter enters the fucking house dripping wet. The mother argues with her while she's dripping wet. We cut to an exterior shot when the father pulls up. He sees a body near the river, and it's his daughter. Fucking plot twist. Bang. Well executed. She's dead. Right?
I kind of saw that coming.
Fucking bravo. You finally did something right for this fucking snooze fest. Yeah, the acting from the characters, I didn't like it one bit. Maybe a little bit. Maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh on that. But the fucking father, I really wanted to sock that cunt in the fucking eye because he was an arrogant fucking piece of shit, right? And he deserved to fucking die in that well, even though he didn't, right? And what was the go with this fucking poor man's creature from the Black Lagoon, bloated asshole looking fucking thing? It was shit. It was fucking heinous. It really turned me off the fucking supernatural element of these fucking films. Don't know what the fuck the go there was. Fucking awful. Absolutely awful. And if you own this film, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself and throw it in the fire right now and burn it so it never sees the fucking light of day ever again. This is your DKB giving it a Gore N More score of a fucking 0.5.
Yeah! I just chimed in to hear the end of it.
I'm pretty sure. And if not, yeah, it's fucking shit. At the end of the day, this film sucks. Don't watch it. Watch the second one because it's much better and it's fucking hilarious because you get a drunk Paulie from Rocky 3 in there, Belton Priest, right? Just don't watch it for the incest bullshit. But anyway, DKB signing out. Yeah, I'll catch you motherfuckers next week.
You know something? That's it. All right,
that is
that's it. We're
everything I
done.
hoped it would be. That's
I don't
it.
think we could say anything else. I really
Fuck.
don't.
Yeah,
Their two reviews are just all we need.
That's
Son of
the
a bitch. I'm sad I
goddamn.
only caught
Oh
the end of
god, that was
Oh,
so
shit.
funny.
I'll film
so
myself
funny.
after.
That was his best review so far. It's fucking great.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, like this may take the cake, but I guess we'll see at the end of the episode, won't we?
We will. But
You know,
first,
Joe
gotta
just
talk
said
about this
Brody,
bitch.
Brody needs his own show. Just give him 5 minutes reviews, but make him
This is
watch
it,
nothing but
right
shitty
here.
shows, nothing but shitty movies though. Like just the fucking.
He will
total
hate us
shit.
forever.
Brody's gonna be the
He
new
will,
angry
but it'll
video
be
game
worth
nerd,
it.
Okay,
but
so
just
wait a
not-
minute.
Yo,
You're basically
exactly what I
so
was
basi-
thinking.
so you guys basically want us to redo Mystery Science Theater 3000, making Brody watch bad movies.
Pretty much.
Yes. I want to be there though.
I think the first movie on his list should be The Killer Tomatoes.
Hey, I like the Kills.
I was gonna say I like that movie.
A friend
Wow,
of mine
I did
suggested we should
not.
review that.
And the second one, and the animated series.
The second one was the one with the fucking.
I loved the
was
cartoon.
that- oh, fuck.
See, I was not a fan of that at all.
The cartoon was great. I remember the cartoon on fucking.
Was the
CBS.
second one where they did the ad placement stuff?
Yes,
Is that the
I
one
think
where they
that-
did
that
the
had to have been the
recut
second
and they were
one.
like ad placements and they were like Pepsi and like
Yeah, I think it had to have been that one.
very Wayne's World esque.
So yeah, I think this movie, man, it had no business being made, and I don't
Not
know what the
really.
hell they were thinking. I mean, I know what they were thinking. They were thinking, let's make some money off the Amityville name,
And then 3D added onto it.
and then 3D. Let's give it a gimmick, and it just fell completely flat on its fucking face. The creature was just not scary.
Oh god, the scene of it breathing fire was unintentionally hilarious.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god.
That was
Literally,
so bad.
I couldn't remember where I had seen the fucking Elliot
dude.
West from. I was like, where the fuck have I seen him? And it was bugging the fuck out of me. Like, I know I've seen this guy in something, and his face was fucked up on the
many
side.
of things?
What the fuck? What I know, but there was just one character that he played, and I could not fucking remember until we just said Land of the Dead, and I was
Land
like,
of the Dead. Yep.
fucking Land
Same
of the
here.
Dead.
He
That's what
literally
I'm
has
fucking
the same makeup effect from
Yeah.
Yeah.
Land of the
Yes.
Dead.
Mhm. Yeah.
So to me, what that says is he escaped this hellmouth somehow
Or
and hooked up, and there was a zombie apocalypse, and he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me, dude?" Like,
I just
Or
got
the
done
zombie
with
that's where he
apocalypse
got
is hell.
taken to. That's where he
Yeah.
got taken to.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good way to look at that. Okay.
Yeah.
so was it actual
Yeah.
hell, or is it a different universe? And now he's gonna deal with zombies instead of demons, and he's like, "Fuck."
Both. It could be both.
Oh yeah, fuck
Could
it.
be.
Oh,
It's definitely
knows?
both.
There you go. All right. Yeah, he was probably the best part of this movie, dude. I was so happy to see him. I mean, it's funny you mentioned that because, like, every time I see him, I instantly go to Hills of Eyes remake.
Oh, I forgot he was in that too. Yeah.
That he was in AVP.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot he was in that.
Yeah,
Actually, he was in
a-
AVPR.
Requiem.
Yeah, it was Requiem, right? Yeah,
That's a
what I
yeah. No, oh,
thought. I like
God.
Requiem. I don't give a shit. It's still better than the Predator.
It's very
Um,
dark though. You can't see
Yeah,
shit.
it's super dark. Like that's,
Oh, I
that's
know,
my
I
one
know,
bitch about
I
that
know.
film is just the lighting.
there's
in
still-
that movie.
listen.
Crap.
If we ever somehow review that, I would shit all over it in areas. But there's stuff that I still enjoy from it.
Brody, make it happen, Brody. Make it happen.
Right?
Shit review, Brody. Shit review. We need it.
Dude, could you just imagine the list that we could come up with of shit that we'd make Brody watch? And he just,
The angry Australian reviews shit horror films.
oh my God, the angry. Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
All right. So, is there any behind the scenes
You have to
shit?
say, what do we got?
Actually,
Chad?
there is a good bit, not counting Amityville: The Awakening in 2017, which is a completely original story. This is the only theatrically released Amityville film not to be based on a book, but instead on the real-life accounts of investigator Stephen Kaplan. So I did a little digging on who the Stephen Kaplan was. He was born September 19th, 1940, died June 9th, 1995. He was a paranormal investigator, a self-proclaimed vampirologist, and founder-director of the Vampire Research Center and the Parapsychology Institute of America, both of which were founded in Suffolk County, New York, and relocated to Elmhurst, Queens. He was also an author and radio commentator and a prominent skeptic of the Amityville horror hauntings. He lived in Suffolk County, New York, and worked for the New York City Board of Education. He actually has a PhD, had a PhD. His overview of the Amityville horror became the basis for Amityville 3D. It chronicles his attempt to prove the story was a hoax. According to Kaplan, on February 16th of 76, shortly after the Lutzes abandoned the house, he received a phone call from George Lutz. At the time, Kaplan was the executive director of the Parapsychology Institute of America on Long Island. So basically, Lutz requested that Kaplan and his associates at this institute investigate the home. As Kaplan recalled in the Amityville horror conspiracy, this initial conversation immediately aroused his suspicions as to the validity of Lutz's claim that the house was haunted. Kaplan claims Lutz asked about a fee for the group services, and Kaplan told him they did not charge for the investigation, but that if the story is a hoax, the public will know. Shortly after, Lutz called and canceled the investigation. George and Kathleen Lutz claimed that Kaplan's credentials did not check out, that his claims to be a vampirologist made them wary of any involvement with the case. Kaplan also claimed to hold a PhD that he did not actually have. He actually did have it. This was not the first time they were questioned either. Ed and Lorraine Warren had defended themselves to this when questioned about the Amityville horror conspiracy. So basically, he called this Kaplan guy first when Kaplan said he wanted to do a full investigation to see whether or not it was a hoax. The Lutzes said, no, we don't want you. And that's when they brought in the Warrens to investigate.
Okay. That makes sense.
So it kind of throws a little shade on the whole thing, makes you think. And I've always suspected, I don't think anything really happened there.
Well,
No, dude,
people were even questioning the Warrens going in there because Lorraine said she would never, ever go back into that house. But there's a lot of people that said the shit didn't happen in that house, even before the Lutzes. I mean,
right.
Ronnie, he did what he did, but I think,
right, like that doesn't.
I mean, who knows, man? Who knows?
Yeah, but they said in his original, police investigating, the original police questioning, he'd never once mentioned.
Yeah, he never mentioned it
voices
at all. Nope.
Yeah.
No, that was all Hollywood.
Yeah. I'm willing to bet there were things that probably do happen, but probably nowhere near to what
I mean,
anybody could make it out to be.
Especially now with knowing what occurred in that home and the murders that occurred there. Maybe now things do happen, or after that, fact, something,
right?
Small things.
That kind of negative energy just got left. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
but who knows, man? Who knows? I'd still love to investigate the fuck out of that house one day.
If you do, I'm going with you.
If ever given the opportunity, I would. I mean, that's on my bucket list of fucking places to fucking investigate.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, so continuing on, like the previous installment, Amityville 3D filmed the exterior scenes at the same house in Toms River, New Jersey, and a house nearby for the exterior of Nancy's house. The interior was a set in Mexico studio. The filmmakers almost never got the house to film at it again. It was scheduled to be picked up and moved over one lot. They were only able to film the exterior shots before the house was moved. Originally, the house had 4 quarter-shaped moon windows, 2 on both sides. However, by the time of filming, the owners of the house did not want the eye windows on the side of the house facing the road, so they modified them to look like the ordinary square windows. All of the shots of the eye windows had to be filmed on the side facing the river that has the sun deck. I'm guessing the reason they changed the eyes is they didn't want people bothering them. They didn't want people coming.
No.
Right? Because people don't.
That's also why they moved the house too.
They're like, if people don't recognize the house, they will stop fucking coming here.
People still find it.
Right?
I mean, they're moving the house too.
Yeah, they moved the house over one lot, but
but if the portal to hell was supposed to be on the lot, then
right,
it don't matter what fucking house you put there.
Yeah.
The frost that blows out of the basement onto Candy Clark was actually warm wax. She later admitted she had to wash her hair with detergent to get it all out.
Oh,
that was so stupid. I fucking hate that. Damn it.
Yeah, was this an ice demon? I'm assuming.
That's
going on here.
Yeah, I didn't realize Mr. Christmas was showing up to this.
At the same time, he's got ice powers, but he's got flame breath. So
he's a demon from hell. And if you think about what is it, the 9 circles of hell?
Right.
Whole, maybe he
Yo,
was.
man,
I'm
I
going-
think Dante's Inferno, man. That fucking 9 circles of hell part was fucking ass.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm going to assume that hell froze over for this bitch.
Yep.
Right? Oh,
But
As with Friday
Yeah.
the 13th Part 3 and Jaws 3D, which were also released in 3D in 83, Amityville 3D was filmed using the R-Vision 3D process to be coordinated for this film. The R-Vision 3D system filmed movies in standard color with a single camera and one single strip of film. The process utilized a technique in which a special twin lens adapter was fitted to the camera and divided the frame in half down the middle. The result was that the right image was in the lower half of the frame and the left image was in the upper. The innovation was to allow a single camera to capture the image that could be merged with the help of the special polarized glasses.
wow.
Okay.
Dude, I mean, I know TJ also mentioned Jaws 3D earlier, but all I can ever think is like the scene, and I'm sure you guys probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But
The
like
shark?
when they're all freaking out, and the shark is literally just here.
It's just like a cardboard cutout moving
That's
towards
exactly
the camera.
Right.
what it is,
Like
too.
there's no fin movement, no nothing.
yeah,
just
they're just fucking moving it forward.
steady ass, like submarine style shark just coming to.
As shitty as that
Mhm.
movie is, I would watch that 20 times before I'll watch this again.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Fuck,
yeah.
I love
definitely.
Jaws 3D,
Fuck yeah.
man. It's
Well,
like,
it's
3D
real cheesy
elements
fun.
Aside, 3D
Yeah.
elements aside,
And-
Jaws at SeaWorld is great. Like,
And the original version of that scene, because there are pictures of it, was a lot more terrifying.
bro, like as a kid, I always thought like if you were in that undersea restaurant, which first of all would be a huge nope for me anyways, but
You look over and you
to
just
see
this,
that fucking shark, nope, fuck that.
you just look over and you see this 35-foot shark. It's like, I didn't order this.
Right?
Check, please.
All the assholes in the tunnel are just like, nope.
And you could just see the shark looking at you like, oh, I'm coming for you. It's like, bitch, stayed right over there.
See, if you don't put yourself in situations that could happen, it won't happen.
Oh, sure, totally.
That's why Scoobs gets haunted and I don't. This
Well,
happens.
this is true. This is true.
That's right.
Continuing on.
Okay, so continuing on, at the screening, movie patrons were given the disposable polarized glasses so they could see the film, creating the illusion that certain props and elements were coming towards the viewers. In this case, a hole that penetrates a car window, a frisbee that flies towards the screen, a skeleton that reaches out its arms, and a set of French doors that fly at the audience during the climactic scene.
I forgot
I'll
about
mention that later.
dude.
I'm going to talk about that scene because after it's in my questions. So most striking are the film's opening titles, which the large block letters moved outward and 3D skewed as though they moved outward. The process was supposed to be the new beginning for 3D process, but it did not last long. The chief complaint was that the images were blurry and distorted. Roger Ebert complained on At the Movies that the images were indistinct and said it looks really crummy. Gene Siskel said the 3D added nothing to the experience. All you ended up with was eye strain.
And old 3D sucked because it was just you're not even watching like the right colorized, you know what I mean?
version
Like,
of the movie. Yeah.
yeah, it's like it's always so gimmicky, dude. It always and forever will be until like legit VR. Like, I mean, VR now is fucking titties. Don't get me wrong, and Scoobs can attest.
Yes.
But you know what I mean? Like you're not going to theaters with those kind of headsets right yet.
Phasmophobia in 3D is fucking horrifying.
I could imagine, dude.
It's a little annoying with the controls, but it's fucking horrifying.
Yeah, but you get two hand, like you get to hold like.
Well, no. I mean, like when you have
Oh.
to be sitting down. It's not something you can stand up for, and that's my issue with video game headsets. If you want to stand up and play, you better make sure you don't get the slightest bit of vertigo, because when you start moving and you feel like your body should be moving and it's
Right.
not, it fucks with your head, man. I mean, at least it does for me.
Have you seen those VR places where they actually have like the
Yes,
little
the
hubs
walking
you
pad.
stand in? Yeah,
You can buy those. They're like fucking when they first came out. I don't know if the price has gone down. I saw one that was like $5,000. I was like, I totally want that. That would be fucking sick to play Resident Evil in. Like that would be fucking legit.
Well, like I've seen that because like so many people like sometimes like they'll want to start running or they'll like fall or something. So at least like that like catches them like right in the fucking midsection.
That's so funny because you guys are talking about this, and all I could think of is like basically Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much is
exactly
what
like
it is. It's pretty much what it is.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Someday.
I want to live in the Oasis.
Right?
One day.
All right, let's get back to the fucking.
Okay.
Yeah, right. What else we
Due
got,
to a
Jay?
lawsuit between the Lutz family and Dino De Laurentiis over the storyline, which did not involve the Lutz family, Amityville 3D was not called a sequel in the marketing. However, the film does make reference to the Amityville horror as it follows a paranormal investigator attempting to prove the Lutz's story was a hoax, though the family is never referenced by name.
All right.
Amityville. Wait, hold on. MGM Home Entertainment originally released the DVD with the theatrical title Amityville 3D on the box artwork. However, they received many complaints as the film wasn't actually in 3D, and some even mistakenly mistook this release as a 3D version of the original 79 film. Due to this, they re-released the DVD with the foreign territory title Amityville 3: The Demon on the box, despite the film itself retaining the Amityville 3D on the title card.
That's funny.
Could you imagine if you think this is a re-imaging of the 1979 film and boom, you get this fucking shit?
Honestly, like, I could see that easily happening.
I would be mortified, I think.
It's not called the Amityville Horror 3D, though, so...
But why would anybody want to see that in 3D anyway, when the first film was kind of shitty, too?
The first one was shitty, dude. Like, I remember... That was the first time I watched it with you guys, because I've always seen the movie.
And when we said how it looked like it was basically a made-for-TV movie, which it pretty much was. It just got a theatrical release.
Right.
Legal disputes with George Lutz and Kathy Lutz prevented this film from legally being presented as a sequel. As a result, any reference to the Lutz family by name could not be made, and a disclaimer was placed in the credits. This is an unrelated film. Furthermore, the DeFeo family is referenced more than once in the film, despite the fact that the name had been changed to Montelli in the previous entry. This brings up further disputes on if the second film is a sequel or a prequel.
Which it was neither. I think is
it's supposed to be a prequel. The second one was supposed to be a prequel.
Yeah, but that's what we talked about in our review on that one, because it didn't make sense because they literally talk about the DeFeo murders in the beginning of the film. So how could it be a prequel if they're already talking about murders that happened in the house? Not to mention the windows were nailed shut, which they did in the original one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I remember you pointed that out.
Yeah, there was just too many stupid. It was fucked.
Yeah.
This whole series timelines is just fucked, dude.
I like the one with the clock, though. The clock one, I like the one with the clock.
I'm not saying anything bad.
That's the one I have to watch.
The timeline for the series, like, you just can't take it as that. It's just Amityville stories. And then
it's almost like trying to make sense of the Friday the 13th timeline.
That makes more sense than this timeline. I could give you that timeline, but that's an hour show. We ain't got time.
I feel like you can.
Let's do this,
if
Bobby.
you take 5 out and you don't do anything.
We could do it.
You don't do X. Like if you stop at 9.
I could find a way to incorporate 9 into the first film that rides throughout. Don't even get me started. Continue.
No. I said it would end at 9, but I don't think
that'd be a whole different entire show.
That's a 2-hour show that could happen, should happen. I think we can make it happen. I want to make it happen.
You know what happens when you go over 2 hours? You got to split that show up. Let me just talk from experience.
All right, well then it'll be an hour apiece.
2 hours is cap, and that's about it.
We can Snyder cut the hell out of Friday the 13th.
Oh my Jesus! Yeah,
it's gonna be called the Monet Meat Mountain Cut. That's what it's gonna be called.
Meat Mountain Cut. I like it. Okay, let's continue. And I got 2 more things. The Amityville Realty phone number is 666-1818. 666 is the number of the beast, is told in the Book of Revelation in the Bible, and 1818 is 6 times 3 twice. So technically, the phone number would have been 666-666-666.
Ooh.
Let me go get my Bible real quick. I need to do some reading.
It's funny because I even mentioned that and pointed that out to the wife while we're sitting there watching it.
Nice. I saw 666, but I didn't think about the 1818. But
yep, I put it all together.
Fun.
And finally, the film was a critical and financial failure when it was released, effectively killing off any plans for any further Amityville-inspired films. For a long time, every Amityville film that came out of this was either straight to video or made for television, until MGM released the Amityville Horror in 2005, the remake, in theaters.
That's right.
which I
That
never
is
saw.
all.
I never saw the remake. Actually,
I love the
I didn't.
remake, dude, and it's
I
not
didn't.
the best by any means. I'll fully admit it, but I also am in love with Ryan Reynolds.
I was gonna
so
say,
it's
it's
probably-
Ryan Reynolds. Who gives a shit?
Right. Not to mention, dude, like there's no reason for that movie to have a shirtless Ryan Reynolds soaking wet.
And
but there is
But
a
it
reason.
has it, and it gives it
But,
to you.
but there is a reason. It's Ryan Reynolds.
Right. That's the only reason to have Ryan Reynolds shirtless is because it's Ryan Reynolds. Like
Exactly.
anybody else playing that dad would have never needed to been shirtless in that.
I would just like to point out that this is probably like the fifth episode in a row where we talk about Reynolds.
It is. That's our new
Possible.
sidebar, right?
Like
Well,
we
you
are
know.
we're all gay for Ryan Reynolds, I guess.
I think every man is, whether they admit
Listen.
it or not.
Every time I think of Ryan Reynolds, though, I think of one line, and it's from Deadpool. He looks at his girlfriend and goes, "Super penis."
Dude, see, I don't know, man. He'll always be Van Wilder for me, dude. Like,
Oh.
like two guys, and a
Write that
girl,
down.
Like, yeah, right. Fucking
I don't know.
dude.
I'm firmly convinced that there is no Ryan Reynolds. He's really Deadpool wearing a Ryan Reynolds mask.
I think it's just all Ryan Reynolds. Like he's not even Deadpool anymore. He's just Ryan Reynolds. Like I don't know. I need to watch Free Guy. I don't know if you guys.
Yo,
I watched it. It's
I wanna
fucking
see it.
great. It's
I want to see that.
Yeah,
it's
it looks
great.
pretty good, dude. Like,
Free Guy was worth it every fucking
Yeah.
minute.
and you know what?
Yep.
I'll even say it, dude. Like the dude's non-comedy roles, like, are great too.
Mm-hmm.
There was one
Oh,
he
yeah.
had. It was kind of like a Taken movie where his daughter got taken out of his truck. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember the fucking name of the movie, but that was pretty good too. Like, obviously, it's more like serious type roles and shit like that. But all right.
Excuse me.
So what else we got? Chad Daddy, anything else? Or are we
That's it.
done?
That's it,
That's
baby.
it?
Oh,
On to
All
our
right.
questions.
So, well, you said you had a question or two written down.
No,
right?
it's not a question. It will factor into our questions.
Fair enough. Fair. Okay. All righty. Bobby, you want to start us off?
Sure. Hold on. So, boys, what format did we watch this on? I watched it on demand on I think Peacock or whatever it was.
Ooh, Peacock.
I watched it on Pluto.
I went with Roku channel.
That's me too, John.
Yeah. I was
And
like,
the
hey, it's on
quality was-
Pluto, and we looked it up, and we're like, it's also on the Roku channel. I'm like, Roku channel.
The quality was shit. It looked like first gen, like the very first era of DVDs that came out. It was blurry. It was
bad.
horrible.
Well,
But I don't think
it's
this
in the
movie
test for
deserves
the
an
movie.
upgrade. Yeah, and I don't think the movie deserves an upgrade. So we'll just leave it at that.
Not at all. Nope. Leave it.
Let's
the
not
fuck
dis-
alone. Let it die.
Let's
All
not
right.
discuss that. So, who is the douche of the movie, boys?
The dad.
Oh, the main
Dad.
guy. Yeah.
Straight out.
100% the fucking dad.
I don't know. I was actually leaning towards the realtor because he's like, I'm desperate to sell this house.
I mean, he was. And
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
just
gonna
wanted to
say
make
he
a
might-
quick buck, but
Right. And he's stuck with a house that has a history that nobody wants to buy, even though it's cheap as fuck. This dude's willing to do it. He's going to take it.
But the dad buying it was a huge
But
fucking
the dad
douche
buying
movie.
it, the dad
okay.
literally just like, hey, red flag. No. Hey, red flag. No.
This is true.
And
All
just-
right.
Yeah. Like,
All right. Yeah, the dad is.
I don't know,
Okay.
man.
Can't argue with that one.
Like, I want to know what happened to his friend. Like, if anything else happened when he got there and she was like, don't ever talk to me again, and like ran out. Because, like, I feel like some more shit fucked with her, like, off scene that we did not see or something like that.
Oh,
She
clearly.
seemed
Oh,
way
she
more
may-
traumatized than
maybe she got ghost raped.
Yep. The entity. Yeah, buddy.
possible. It,
Huh.
it is. Yeah.
That just reminds me of a scary movie too. No, where they're in the bed and the ghost is putting her on the wall.
Oh, there was another movie and we discussed it where that it was actually a horror movie, but like that happens in a hallway where you see it. What the hell was that movie? I
The
know we
Entity.
talked about it. What, is it The Entity?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she gets
No.
constantly raped by this ghost.
Yeah, I just remember like they looked at they were reviewing the footage or something from the hallway cam, and they were just watching her getting fucking thrust against the wall. It's like, wow, okay, uncomfortable.
Favorite kill?
Oh, dude, the car scene, man.
Oh,
Ghost
the girl
Rider.
on fire.
I'm calling her Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, the girl. The burning
magic
chick,
fire death
absolutely.
was just
This-
awesome.
This is where I got to bring it up. My favorite kill was the woman getting bitch slapped by the door.
Dude, that was
I
hilarious.
laughed so fucking
Oh my
hard.
god.
See, I think
I
that
laughed
whole
so
scene
hard
was
that it-
hilarious, dude.
I laughed so hard that I was telling my wife about it because she was sitting there reading, and she's like, "Is that what you were sitting there laughing about?" I'm like, "Yep."
That,
I mean,
and
it's
like,
hilarious.
now you're
It
not
was
talking
like-
about the first guy that gets hit with who gets hit by the door and then through the window, like literally gets hit by the window coming down.
No,
too,
this
like,
girl got like the door flew off the hinges and just completely creamed her, and
Yeah.
she's like bent over.
yes,
in half.
dude. Like, I love the amount of extras in that scene that just get offed in that fucking house.
I
just
couldn't even keep track
demolishing
of them,
itself.
but that was
No.
the
If you were doing a
that
kill
was the
count or
best.
something, you would definitely be like, all right, we need to watch this. On
I was
super
trying, but I just
slow-mo.
couldn't do it. But that scene right there was my favorite.
I'm.
All you see is this door fly. Bam! It's like, oh,
You know what? I'm gonna have to agree, Chad Daddy, because that was fucking just because that whole movie was boring as fuck, and that's in the last literal 5 minutes of the goddamn
Mhm.
movie, and like some shit finally happens. Because I fell asleep watching it the first time.
I
and
damn
was like,
near
oh
did.
man, I wonder how much more I have to go. I literally
Yep,
had.
I was dozing
15
off.
Fucking minutes, dude. Like I just couldn't make it at all. And
nah, girl burning in the car.
That's what I'm
That's
going
a
with
kill,
too.
baby. That's
that
a kill,
was
baby.
see, I like that one just because that was just the most fucked up one out of all of them in this. Like.
I feel in general, any burning that you're alive and you literally
Right.
live through it, I just feel that is incredibly heinous
Yep,
in
like,
general. Like, 'cause-
daughter drowned and we didn't even get to see that, so like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
because I've always imagined burning scenes. If someone's on fire, you just see them start to melt away in some
Yeah, dude.
form. Like
She was
literally.
straight up barbecued, dude.
See, and I didn't think she was gonna die. I thought she was
I
gonna
thought
get
so,
out at
yeah.
the last minute. I was like, oh shit,
That's what
she
I thought
fucking
too.
died. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that ghost just straight up locked her in there.
Yep.
So-
That fucking.
And then I
fly.
love like how like that one random dude sees her skeleton. The skeleton like does the 3D like, "Wah!"
He's just like,
and the car decides to be like, you know what? I'm gonna light the car on fire too. It's like, how did that not already happen when she was fully engulfed in fucking flames? Like
spirits work in mysterious ways.
the best part is that it's like
I
when
guess
they did
so.
the door open reveal, like she's all burned, but the seat she's on is like
It's like
condition.
perfect. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Continuing on.
It-
Uh,
Did we
Best-
do best scene or are we on?
no,
best
we're
scene?
on best
We're on
scene.
best scene.
Right now.
All right, so best scene is what Chad Daddy said straight up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go with that because
Yeah, that's
House
can't choose.
implosion, whatever.
Best scenes when the fucking credits started to roll at the end.
Yeah, there you go. No. The best scene, boys, is the purple fly coming towards the screen.
Oh, fuck that fucking purple.
No, it's terrible. It
I
didn't
know. That's why.
We need one more 3D effect to just round out this movie. Throw in another
Just
fly.
throwing a fly.
But we gave it to him in the beginning. Just give it to him again. It's part of the
Brilliant. Brilliant. Love it.
Beautiful cut. Print, send it
Amityville
out.
needs flies. That's just how it works.
Did the opening
This sounds like
scene
a South Park thing right there.
It could be.
Did the opening scene hook you in? No.
No.
Nope. No.
It was
fucking
literally
way.
everything that we've had in every other Amityville movie. Just
Yep.
no.
Basically the same exact fucking thing.
It wasn't exactly the same. The fact that they were debunking other people in the house that were doing a fraudulent seance or whatever the fuck you want to say, or business. But after the fact, dude, with the fly death and all that other shit, yeah, it's all the fucking same.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Ah,
I got nothing else for that.
right.
Yeah, me neither.
All right. Onward. Most
Ooh.
attractive character.
Bro.
I'm going with Aunt Becky.
Aunt Becky.
Yeah.
Becky.
Yeah, Aunt
I don't
Becky.
know. I kind of like Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan was delish, and I'm not going to disagree.
Yeah, but Aunt Becky had that long
brunettes versus blondes, dude. We go through
that-
this every week.
Listen, she had that long brunette hair that you could.
I want to say Meg Ryan, but I know that Aunt Becky looks better now than Meg Ryan looks now.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Aunt Becky's still banging.
Yes, she is.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, man, she's the one who cuffed Uncle Joey. Like,
Uncle
come on,
Jesse.
dude. Uncle Jesse. Jesus Christ. It's been a while since I've watched fucking Full House, dude. So, and I never watched Fuller House. So
I'm still gonna go with Meg Ryan.
Yeah, fair enough.
But Aunt Becky
Just know that you're wrong, but fair enough.
Yes, exactly. Fair enough.
Just know she looks better now, but back then I just gotta go.
Meg Ryan did
80s
look.
Meg Ryan.
She was delish, dude.
She was, but I mean,
Not in this movie as delicious.
I already told you, brunettes. She was brunette,
right.
Yes,
and Aunt Becky was the silent, like quiet brunette in this one, which
means that they're the most.
I like that.
They're the most freaky.
Yeah.
Anyway, did the score set the mood? I don't remember what it was.
I don't even fucking. Was
Not
there?
really.
It was comical. At best.
You could have put South Park music to this. I would have not known.
Could have put circus music to this.
You know, we haven't even talked about how
that one
ridiculous
might have
the
been
elevator
better.
scene was. Like, I know Boss Man did, but yeah, like that was just.
Brody said Meg Ryan looked like an alpaca in this film.
Was it her mullet? Her 80s mullet?
Her
And
80s
that
mullet.
shit hair she had. Yeah, basically.
She was the dirty one though.
I don't think
Yeah.
it was the best song.
No, there wasn't a best song.
Right.
No, I don't even think there was a song. So no. Moving on then. Favorite character, boys.
Favorite character. I'm gonna have to say the Doctor.
Yeah,
He was cool.
actually, I
Just 'cause
wish.
when he gets breed or fucking his weird face mutation at the end.
Yeah, but the only thing I didn't like about him though is he was literally had no explanation when he kind of probably definitely had a feeling of what's going on. He just, I don't know. His shit explanation was like,
Are you talking about like every time they kept going to him and he was just like, yeah.
no, when the guy's ex-wife was in there talking to him because her daughter was having episodes in that clinic. Is that the doctor we're talking about? Yes.
Doctor. Yeah.
Yeah. I like him, but that scene, like, dude, you have to know to some degree that there's something wrong with this place. Just speaking in terms of the movie.
Yeah, but
And
he's looking at it from a scientific aspect. Like,
yeah, well, and then he got
can't
himself
just take it
fucked
out.
and got himself fucked and burned later. So guess what? Can't do it now.
he tried to play the hero. That's why.
Yeah, well, we all know what happens.
I'm going to go with my favorite character being the dad. Now, I know he was a douche, but he got what he fucking deserved buying that fucking house and not being a believer. I'm going to say he's my favorite character because he got what he fucking deserved, not being a believer.
Okay. All right. Can see that. I agree.
Because how do you dismiss everything that, regardless of what you exposed at the beginning, you were there. People were telling you this is fucking happening. You know what I mean? And you just fucking dismiss everything.
Yeah. Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. And then, yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
Chad? Did
I'm
you
not
say
picking
yours?
anybody because I didn't like any of them.
Chad's like, everybody sucked.
They did.
You know something? He's not
No.
wrong.
I'm gonna change mine. I'm changing mine. My favorite character was the swordfish.
You know something? That's probably the best one.
The swordfish.
The door
was my
that
favorite
bitch
character.
slapped the girl out the window.
That's your okay. Fair.
I don't even want to ask this next one. Was it scary?
Fuck
God,
no.
no.
Fuck no.
God, no.
Fuck no.
It's scary that it
My-
actually got made.
My Little Pony commercials are much more scarier to me than this. I don't know what that tells you, but that's something.
You know, I'm not going to disagree with that statement. They kind of are.
There you go.
This
Does
was
it-
not scary by any means. This was straight
No.
just. I want to know if even like the actors wanted to give up making this halfway through it. Like they just knew. They're like, this
No, they're probably like, some just pass your money.
I think
Just
they-
pass
I mean,
your
it is
money.
a
We'll worry
paycheck.
about this later.
it is a paycheck, so I get it.
I think
That's-
they gave up
that's-
halfway through.
Yeah, I agree. They were just like,
This
fuck
is-
this, dude.
So this movie to those actors was like Jaws 4 to Michael Caine. It's like, yeah, it's a paycheck and it's building me a house. I'm cool.
Jaws 4.
So does it hold up today? Really?
It didn't even hold
Did
up.
it hold up in-
It didn't hold up in 83.
It never
No,
held
it
up.
fucking didn't hold up at all.
It tanked, yeah.
Hold up. Jesus Christ.
Jeez. All right.
Ah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Acting,
Yeah.
acting was all right.
It was
wasn't
like
great.
soap
It was-
opera. It was like soap opera.
Yeah, this was I'll agree with
Yeah,
that.
actually,
But this
yeah.
was a soap opera acting job. This was make it look dramatic, even though the movie's going to suck, but make it look dramatic.
Are we talking Young and the Restless? Or are we talking
Passions.
Now,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Passions?
Yeah.
What's that one? I don't know that one.
Ugh. Or what
Passions
it?
was the one that
Sunset
had like
Beach?
the
I was
It was the one
gonna
with, like,
say
the
as the world
supernatural-
turns.
Passions had like the doll that was turned into a human, all
Timmy,
that weird
little
shit.
Timmy the doll.
Yeah.
What? I
Yeah.
never knew.
You've
I
never heard
even
of it?
She was a witch.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was a witch, and she made a little boy little doll come to life, and it was Timmy the doll. He was a little midget
Oh.
person.
Timmy! Oh,
Little person,
The
sorry.
only people in my life that ever watched soap operas watched. Oh, what's up, dog? The only people that ever watched soap operas was my grandma, dude, and she always watched, like I said, like Young and the Restless and As the World Turns and like fucking like soap opera bullshit. And you're just, oh my god, dude.
So for a long period of time, we didn't have cable TV. So during the summers, I would watch what was on TV, and soap opera was on TV. So I watched all of that shit because there was nothing.
I would
else
just go
to watch.
outside
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't like,
or I
the
played
neighborhood I
Super
grew up in.
Nintendo. Yeah, I just couldn't do it, dude. I don't know if you guys remember. There was like this is probably a year or two ago. I know Brody probably remembers, but like, dude, one of those intros, and I don't remember which one it is, but like one of those gave me like fucking nightmares for years, dude. It was the
I
one
know-
where like they faded in and out, like.
I think that's the one that Brody said, the bold and the beautiful.
Yeah, was it Bold and Beautiful?
Oh,
Dude, it was fucking weird. Like they would like turn and look at you and like fade in, and you're like, "Am I watching people die?"
was that Bold and Beautiful, or was that Young and the Restless? No, that was Young and the Restless.
Was it Young
Wasn't
and
it?
Restless?
It might have been.
well,
That-
it was one of the two.
Yes, Young and Restless. Thank you, Brody. Is scarier than I 100%, dude. That should still probably would creep me out if I saw it, dude. If I at
That's
least heard the
scarier
music.
than this movie.
Am I watching
What we
people
should have done
die?
was just a list of shit. Scarier than
Scarier
this fucking movie.
So you put
Changing-
both. So
Changing
the
a baby's
SpongeBob
diaper.
episode with Nosferatu.
My
Terrifying.
Little Pony commercials and the Bold and the Beautiful opening.
Okay, Bobby might be the only one that wouldn't know, but changing a baby's diaper can be scary because there's times when you don't want to even look in there.
Scarier than this movie.
Yeah, I do not have kids right now.
I would say what usually when you see
Right
the
now.
upshot on the back and they're in the car carrier and you're just like, I don't even know how to defuse this bomb. I don't even know where to start. I'm just fuck. I'm just gonna leave the baby here. I'm gonna crack a beer. I'm gonna drink this while he looks at me or she looks at me, and I'm gonna think about this, and then we're gonna dive in.
There were
Maybe get a
times
pair
when
of
the kids,
pocket-
there'd be times the kids would do that and just like, nope, just taking you right straight to the tub.
Oh yeah, dude. That's you're like, I gotta grab the scissors on the way because this fucking thing is spawn. I don't give a shit. Snip, snip, snip.
This right here is my
Yeah, fucking
fatherhood
snip.
lesson for the night.
Yeah.
Don't
and I
do it.
predict.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Well, I don't have anybody. Never mind. Continue. I got.
Nobody tells you about the fucking straight up tar that they shit out for the first 3 days.
Oh,
yeah. How come nobody pulls you over inside in the hospital? They're like, listen, dude, your wife's not going to be able to do it 'cause she's going to be out of commission. Your daughter's literally going to shit driveway tar. It's going to be the stickiest, tackiest shit you've ever fucking dealt with.
Ah,
black
goddamn.
Essentially
night.
resin from a bong. And
Yep.
it comes out of a person.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
PSA to anybody who's going to be a dad or watching.
Anyway, oh my god. Continuing on.
That's a whole other podcast. That's a whole other podcast.
3 men and babies. That's what it's going to be called. Anyway, I don't.
What we got? Cinematography?
Did you
Yeah,
like
right.
cinematography?
Cinematography, boys.
shit.
It was
What's
crap.
it-
Shit.
There's nothing to talk
It
about
wasn't-
with
it
it.
was
That's
horrible.
for sure.
Did
There's
you like
nothing
the
to talk-
premise?
No.
No.
Well, no. We liked it when it went to the credits. So yeah, but no. Ooh.
I liked it the first time I saw it, and even then I really didn't like that because that wasn't even as executed that well.
But brings us to the one of the ultimate questions.
Bro.
The
I
four
don't even have to
R's:
say the four
recycle,
Rs.
rewind, remake,
this
or
has one
redo.
R.
You can just
and that's it.
stop at the first one. Recycle.
Yep.
All right, so
One
just
R here,
recycle this
the
bitch.
recycle.
They're on the poop bin.
Is this a
No, you know
all-around
something? That's
full
encasing
recycle?
it in gold. Throw it out somewhere else.
Have we only done that for like Cabin Fever 2, maybe?
I think
We've
so.
actually done a full recycle.
And maybe the Rift.
I think those are the only other two.
No, because I think I said I wanted
Rift,
to
I
remake
even
that.
said a reboot.
Yeah.
What's that?
I think we wanted to remake that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
would've been a
yeah.
reboot, yeah.
All
It
right.
was terrible, but it was
here we
like
go.
Yo, let's.
Here we go.
rating. Let me pop
This.
up the Quackulator here.
Here we go.
All right, Scuba Steve, I'm going to start with you, homie. What we got,
Point
bud?
motherfucking 5. Fuck
Wow.
this movie.
Dad Daddy.
I'll give it a 1.
Chad's being generous with a 1.
I am being very generous.
Bobby.
But I'll give it a 1.
Fuck you. This is a 0.2.
Wow.
Wow.
Come on. All those, that one other terrible underwater movie was 0.2 for this bitch. I throwing my goddamn thing on the ground. 0.2.
You know, I'm going to change mine to a 0.5 because, yeah, this
Come
was
on.
colossally
This
bad.
does not deserve a 1.
So 0.5.
This is like that stripper you see in the strip club that's got missing teeth but a nice butt, and you're like, this just ain't worth it.
Nope.
And you know what? Not to ride on the Steve train, but I think I will also give it a 0.5.
Boy, you guys are being generous. This is a 0.2
We got a new
movie. Let's be
winner. We
real.
got a new
Yep.
winner.
So thanks to Bobby, even, which Bobby, honestly, thank you for that. We have 0.425. Damn. So we have a 0.4 for 1983's
Wow.
Amityville 3D. We have a new record, ladies and gentlemen, of the lowest
Wow.
rated movie in the 3 years of this podcast. Coming
Yeah,
up on
there you go,
4
Brody.
student-
Brody's got it right.
Coming up
Stripper
on
with toilet
4
paper on the ass
stripper on- dude.
I'd
okay,
rather watch that than this fucking movie again.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
I'd
that's-
rather
that-
see that. That's still
What happened to Brody there was scarier than what happened in this
That was,
god awful
Yes.
thing.
dude.
Well,
that
let's-
shit
let's
was
write a review.
traumatizing.
Let's write a review on that.
Oh my god, dude. That was just fucking.
This movie was absolutely shit. Like,
Well, you
Dog
know what?
shit.
It's done.
Horrible.
That's
Yeah,
all that
so
matters.
what are we going to do next week to get this bad taste out of our fucking mouth?
Oh, thank
we're
God.
going to the strip club.
Well,
I
we
don't
will
know.
see
That might get
we
a
will
bad
see
taste in your
titties in
mouth.
bush.
Yeah.
We will
Guys,
see
we
titties
do
in
see
bush,
titties
yes.
in bush. Next week
Oh,
is
yeah?
the Howling.
Which? I will say, even though I got the physical, and I'm happy I got the physical, it is on Amazon Prime to rent. But
Yes, it is.
it is only an SD.
Ah,
So to give anybody a heads up,
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to watch it,
you're still
in
going
the
to spend
SD,
$4 for the standard def. So, but
Nice.
it is there. I checked last night just for the fun.
we will be
But-
watching our HD Blu-rays.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, we will be.
Oh man, dude, that's gonna be so much better than this fucking piece of shit. Holy fuck! All right, so
You know what? The Howling is not a great movie, but I feel like we would just be so relieved to be watching it after this.
yeah, but yeah. Well, we'll be discussing that next week, won't we? I guess.
Yes, we will.
So besides next week, we got a little nerd news at all, gentlemen, or do we have nerd news?
I did not see anything that
Now-
I thought was
I could be
Yeah,
off
no.
with
nerd newsworthy.
within the week. Did we talk about this last week? That Marvel's going through the Friday 13th bullshit now.
No, that just
Yeah, no,
popped up.
That was through this
yeah,
week,
that
right?
just popped up.
Weekend.
Yeah, that's this week. Yeah.
All right.
But
So, yeah.
that
So there
is
we
a
go.
little bit different. This isn't the
Oh
creators
yeah.
suing Marvel. They're suing the creators to retain the copyright. So they
Correct.
are taking a preemptive strike.
Yeah.
So somebody's gonna be getting some money because
Oh, yeah, and
Disney's definitely not fucking giving that shit up.
Oh yeah, there's no way. There's no way that Marvel and Disney lose this
No.
case at all. And they're gonna make bank, and they'll be fine with it. And it's not gonna go the way that Friday the 13th did.
No, and it's not.
Well,
Gonna,
and that's not even finalized either.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother.
And this is all because the Marvel stuff was literally work for hire stuff. So they have no legal right to retain copyright of these characters.
So was it Spider-Man and Doctor
Iron Man,
Strange?
Doctor
Oh, and
Strange.
Iron Man.
No, it's Iron Man. It's
there was a list. It was a lot of people.
yeah, Black Widow's another one of them.
Yeah,
Nah.
dude, it's
See how it all goes now.
Yeah, it's
I don't think nothing's really going to change.
It's not going to be the Friday
it'll-
13th dilemma by any means.
No, that can never happen. Disney's too
No.
savvy for that.
Bro,
So
Disney's going to
basically,
literally make that person's life. They're going to be like, what do we need to sign to make you let this happen? Like,
What
you know
I think,
I mean?
what I think is happening is they see what's going on with the Friday the 13th and with Wes Craven's estate, and they're just saying, we're protecting our interests. Would you be willing to make a deal? We will pay you X amount of money if we can keep these characters ongoing. Because if
And it's essentially the estates, right?
yeah, and if the estates
Yeah.
get these characters, they're not going to make nearly as much money as they could if they cut a deal with Disney.
Yeah.
no,
right, dude.
they're-
Because if they get residuals from Disney, dude, oh my, bro,
you'll be happier that
you'll be Scrooge McDucking it every fucking day. You're gonna be like, I'm gonna just go
No
in my
shit.
fucking vault and take a goddamn swim in my money. Like,
I did watch a pretty cool short film called The World Over. If you guys got about 17 minutes to kill, it's pretty good. And it might get the bad taste of this bullshit out
yeah.
of
Where
your
can I
palate.
find that, Daddy?
YouTube. It's on YouTube.
All
I
right.
saw TikTok about it and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And so I watched it yesterday while I was taking a shower and pretty fucking good.
Noise.
Send that link. Send that link.
I will send it.
Oh, also in some nerd news, little fucking Nintendo drop happened this weekend or this past week with Nintendo Direct, and a lot of shit was announced. But my personal favorite is the fucking N64 and Sega Genesis fucking
Yes. Yes.
streaming. Because, I mean, I'm happy with the initial slew. I can't wait to. I hope they add like Turok and shit, dude, like the classic one.
I need Star Fox.
Yeah,
That's what I fucking need. Star Fox
Dude.
64.
See, like, okay, my jam on 64 hardcore Nintendo game was 1080. So if they bring 1080 back out of that, dude, that is like, I'm just interested to see what the increase is for the subscription fee.
Yeah.
Like, because they haven't announced that yet. So if it's only an extra like $10,
I would be
I would
actually
say
pretty
yeah.
happy. I would be pretty happy if you could just get the N64 and not the Sega Genesis games. I could care less about the Sega Genesis games. I've got.
I was never a Sega. Like Sega would probably have
I
like
love-
Rampage and shit, which would be fun. But
Don't get me wrong. I love Sega Genesis games, but I already have. Like, you can already buy them on disc.
right, you got the
already
mini
buy them.
console.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of guessing that this is the reason they never did the N64 classic like they did with the SNES and the NES, because it's easier to do it this way.
Right.
With the,
So
they don't need a retro console if they could just do this.
Oh yeah, dude. Because they're gonna do this, and then they already have announced that GameCube and potentially Wii titles are gonna be next.
Mm-hmm.
And be fucking money.
Oh,
if
I'd
you
be
do.
down for some fucking GameCube.
Dude, right?
Yo,
I love me some
GameCube.
GameCube.
I had that when it first came out. That was the shit.
That is like the only system I've never really played was the GameCube.
Really? Dude, I remember I picked mine up at Best Buy and they had, so you remember when GameCube dropped and it was like, you can get these one of these four games for free when you get a GameCube. And it was Metroid Prime, Resident Evil 0, and I can't remember the other two fucking shits because they were crap. But I picked up Metroid Prime. But if you went to Best Buy had a deal where they're like, yo, we're going to give you another game for free too. So I got NBA Streets. So I came home, dude, with like, yo, NBA Streets is fucking awesome. And anybody that's never played it, you should go treat yourself. It's great. But yeah, dude, like I miss that shit. Cause like, you don't have that with newer consoles. Like nothing's really released. You know what I mean? Like, cause consoles are fucking expensive as dick now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think GameCube when it first came out was 150 bones, like right off the bat. And you're like, perfect. Whoop.
That's dirt cheap by today's standards.
Oh, fucking A, dude. You're paying
I
that
think
for
that's
controllers, man.
I think that's beyond dirt.
You go
cheap.
for an Xbox Elite controller, that's 150 bones right there. Like it, not even
that.
fucking compare.
Mm.
Which I did buy one of those. I mean, I play on PC, but
What's that? The Elite controller?
Yeah, I still gotta have my controller. You know?
Word. That's fair. They are nice.
Yeah.
Do you use the back programmable buttons?
No, I mean I have them still. They're still here in the little fucking leather pouch that came with it, and I just never put them on.
Fair enough.
Heard they're badass.
Yeah.
I just haven't fucked with them yet. So,
Hey,
only other
while
thing
we
I got. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say the only other nerd news I got is that they fucking dropped the trailer for Stranger Things 4.
I didn't see it yet, so I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
I've only watched.
I still got to watch. I've only watched season. I didn't watch the third season. I've watched 1 and 2. That was about it.
There's a nice little. There's a nice little Ghostbusters Easter egg in the trailer.
Nice.
Nice.
I'll have to check it out. I still got to check out that Paranormal Activity one, dude.
I didn't. It did not. I watched it when we talked about it, and it did not look appealing to me at all.
Fair enough.
But that's just my.
It's your hot take.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't see the last one either.
Word.
Yes, Venom 2 does come out this weekend, Brody.
Yeah.
Fucking Thursday.
So was that the one that had the rumor that Holland was at the post credits?
Yep. Oh no! Well, yeah, where fucking Venom fucking licks the screen and he's like, "I hate that guy."
Interesting.
So we'll see if it's fucking legit or not. Because if it's
We'll
legit,
because I was reading somewhere where somebody was saying that version is like the multiverse version of Venom, which kind of confused me because I didn't know where that was going. But I don't know.
I'm still waiting for fucking Morbius. Like, I was excited for Morbius, and then it just disappeared.
Yeah, that got pushed back hard on the burner, and I don't know why. That was deep, like not super deep 2022, but I think it was like second quarter at least, right? It didn't even get first.
I think it got pushed back from January to something else.
I wonder if they're actually doing reshoots or it's just actual like, fucking hold it.
Who knows?
They might be doing reshoots to tie it into the fucking MCU.
So, did anybody catch? What did everybody think of last week's What If episode? Anybody else catch it?
I didn't watch
Oh my god! Holy shit! That's all I had to say.
Because I think I still am on. The last one I watched was Killmonger. So.
The whole episode.
This week carries on the ending from the ending. It is a continuation.
Killmonger's?
No.
Oh, nice.
Of last week's. Last week's ends kind of on a cliffhanger, and this week's will continue on.
Oh, it's a two-parter.
Maybe more.
Nice.
It might be a more parter because we got 2 episodes left. So with this episode continuing, and the way that last week's episode ended, I mean, in the whole episode, I was just kind of like, it's a cool episode. You know, we get to see Thor as this like party animal that.
Oh, that was the giant. Yeah, because like Loki's actually the ice giant or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Facebook gives it away the first day. So
it was just like a fun episode. Like everybody just kind of goofing. Like Goldblum was in it. You had Clancy
There was a shitload of people in it.
Clancy Brown came back as Surtur, and Surtur was like hitting on the Statue of Liberty. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. And then the end happened, and I squealed like a little girl. It was wow. That's all I gotta say. The end is worth the whole episode.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you, John. It's
Nope.
Fair enough.
Nope.
Alrighty, gentlemen. Well, I think that's it for nerd news. Unless anybody else got anything else.
I got nothing at the moment.
I just want to bring this up. So TJ brought up in the chat, it was the meme that said Ernest Scared Stupid. It says Hocus Pocus sucked. Ernest Scared Stupid is the best family horror movie. Changed my mind. And I feel like Hocus Pocus, I didn't like it. So I agree with that first half, but I haven't seen Ernest Scared Stupid. So I can't necessarily agree with the second half. But if I get it up to all family horror, like I said in the chat, Ghostbusters is still the king.
Actually, yeah. But of the two that were discussed in that meme, I saw Hocus Pocus, good, but I grew up on Ernest Scared Stupid, and
so
that's forever burned in my childhood memory.
I'm with Chad. Unfortunately, I've never seen Ernest Scared Stupid. Like I know the Gremlin scene, like I've seen that specifically and shit, like the bed.
No, you gotta go.
But
you gotta go watch Jim Varney.
I guess my question would be like, in the comparison of these two movies, does Ernest Scared Stupid, does that happen on Halloween night?
Yes.
It happens leading up to it and on Halloween night.
Well, no, I asked that just because like I feel like in order to put that into like whatever the vein. Like, unfortunately, Ghostbusters wouldn't fit because I feel like it has to be Halloween night movies because obviously Hocus Pocus is.
It just said family horror, but I think they were going for family
No.
Halloween movies. Yeah.
I mean, and
Right.
you got it's not, I mean, you can't say it's not the best Ernest movie because let's be real, Ernest movies weren't that fucking great, but
But they weren't. Well, they weren't meant
it's one
to
of the
be,
better ones. It's one of the better ones. Now, Ernest Goes to Camp is still the best.
I love that one. That is hilarious.
I think now that I think it was Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Scared Stupid, and then
No, Ernest Goes to Jail was first.
Was it first?
Yeah.
I thought it was after.
I thought it was before Ernest Scared Stupid.
Those were the three that were released in theaters.
Yeah.
The rest of them were not.
Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh, Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Those were the four that were released in theaters. The rest of them never made it. They were all direct to video.
I could have swore Ernest Goes to Jail was released in theater, I think.
I'm saying
I think that was the last
Goes to Camp, Scared Stupid, Jail, and Christmas. Those were the four that were in theaters.
Oh, okay. I
think
definitely
Jail was the last one.
I believe he's right. Yeah.
Rest in peace,
Jail
Jim
was
Varney.
like, I remember Jail was like huge at like Blockbuster and shit for some reason when that came out. Like they had so
Like
many copies.
and the weird part is those movies did very well on DVD. They did very well.
They
on
did.
DVD.
They were huge on DVD. Actually,
Wait,
it would have been home
be
video.
more VHS era?
It was VHS.
That would have been home video, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like early 90s for that shit.
Fuck. Now I want to watch Ernest movies. God damn it.
So
See, I remember
I'll watch
seeing
mine
Ernest
tomorrow.
Saves Christmas in theaters, so
because I was going to say for family horror, honestly, like if the list was open to not just include Halloween night stuff, like, dude, Monster Squad.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck
Like
love
Ghostbusters,
Monster Squad, but
I will agree.
Ghostbusters still beats it for me.
I mean,
I saw both
Ghostbusters
of
is
them in
the
theaters.
I feel like Ghostbusters, like Monster Squad, like Monster Squad is easier to get into if you're actually into monsters and shit. But if you're not necessarily, then yes, Ghostbusters is the better choice because you get the weird, like you just get that like science tech angle and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's like they're almost superheroes, but they're not. They're just scientists with fucking awesome, like just tech. You know, I don't know.
Okay, if we're keeping it just to Halloween, I want to throw Nightmare Before Christmas into the mix.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That has to be.
See, that's also
That's a Christmas
family grade
movie.
horror.
That's a Christmas movie.
That's a literally fourth
Tim
quarter
Burton said-
year.
Tim Burton said that's a Halloween movie.
I don't give a shit what Tim Burton said.
It is a
fucking
Halloween
Christmas
movie.
No,
It's a Halloween movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
I don't see that
Hey,
shit out at
then that-
Christmas.
Okay. If that's the case, Die Hard a Christmas movie?
yes,
Yes, we've discussed
Yes.
this. That's been discussed for years.
So Bruce Willis said Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Listen,
Fuck them.
Die
It's
Hard's
true.
a Christmas movie, then Batman Returns is a Christmas movie, and then
Wait.
there's so much more.
That's only half of what he said. He said Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Die Hard is a Bruce Willis movie.
Yes.
He didn't take either
Ooh.
side.
Yeah, it is true.
That's what he said.
Mother. Alrighty.
But Stephen Amell in an episode of Arrow said that Die Hard was his favorite Christmas movie.
Ah, fuck. We'll talk about this at Christmas time.
Yeah. Let's talk about this later because it's getting
Bobby's
past my
gotta go to sleep,
bedtime.
and
It's
I gotta go fire up my
yeah, it's getting past my bedtime, guys. Come on.
Alrighty, gentlemen.
Yeah,
So,
let's close this up.
without further ado, this has been Gore N More. Thank you for joining us. I am your Fluff Master Supreme, the not so mean Big Johnny D, saying adios, Gorehounds.
This is your Chad Daddy saying we'll see you next week for the Howling Bitches.
This is your killing machine, Bobby and Moon, saying we'll see you next week, and it's officially October.
Yeah.
This is your host with the ghost, the one and only, the Scuba Cabra, and I will see you this Friday on season 2, episode 1 of Somewhat Supernatural.
Yeah. And this Saturday, God willing, Big Johnny D, Brody Kane, and myself will be doing Fatality.
Yes.
Oh,
Watched
make
the
me
movie twice
come,
today.
boys.
So, did you watch it at all yet? Did you get to watch it?
No, yeah, I'm gonna watch once this week and then again Saturday right before the show.
Yo, I think I can hook you up because I'm pretty sure I got a digital code, and seeing I have the physical, I don't need it. So, and Brody can't have it because
don't worry, I got
so.
I got it taken care of. Don't worry.
Oh,
Wait, you already got it?
I got it taken care of. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind. Hell yeah. Well, thank you for joining us, everybody, and catch us next week.
Good night.
Latest.